More than 500 years ago, a political thinker wrote a short book that would shock the world. That book is The Prince by Niccolò Machiavelli. Unlike other political writings of its time, The Prince did not describe how leaders should ideally behave. Instead, it explained how power actually works. The book is a blunt and sometimes uncomfortable guide to leadership, strategy, and survival in politics. And centuries later, its ideas are still debated, criticized, and studied around the world. A guide for rulers. Machiavelli wrote The Prince during a time of intense political instability in Italy. City-states were constantly fighting for power, alliances were fragile, and rulers often lost their positions overnight. In this chaotic environment, Machiavelli wanted to explain one thing: how a leader can gain power and keep it. Instead of focusing on morality or idealism, he focused on realism. According to Machiavelli, politics is not a world of perfect virtue. It is a world of competition, ambition, and conflict. The reality of power. One of the most controversial ideas in The Prince is that leaders sometimes must act in ways that appear cruel or dishonest in order to protect their power. Machiavelli believed that a ruler's main responsibility is stability and survival. If maintaining order requires difficult decisions, then those decisions may be necessary. This does not mean a ruler should be unnecessarily cruel. But Machiavelli argued that leaders cannot always rely on kindness alone. Sometimes, strength and decisiveness are required. Fear or love? One of the most famous questions in the book is this: is it better for a ruler to be loved or feared? Machiavelli's answer is surprisingly practical. Ideally, a ruler should be both loved and feared. But if a leader must choose one, it is safer to be feared than loved. Why? Because love depends on the loyalty of others, and loyalty can change quickly. Fear, however, creates a more reliable form of control, so long as it does not turn into hatred. For Machiavelli, the key is balance. A ruler should inspire respect and authority without becoming tyrannical. The importance of appearance. Another powerful lesson from The Prince is the importance of perception. Machiavelli believed that people judge leaders based on what they see, not necessarily on the full truth. Because of this, rulers must carefully manage their image. They should appear generous, moral, and trustworthy, even if political realities sometimes force them to act differently behind the scenes. In politics, reputation can be just as important as actions. A strong image can strengthen authority and discourage rivals. Fortune and skill. Machiavelli also believed that success in leadership depends on two things: fortune and ability. Fortune represents luck and unpredictable events. But ability, what Machiavelli called virtù, represents skill, intelligence, and bold decision-making. While no one can control fortune completely, a capable leader prepares for uncertainty. They act decisively when opportunities appear. And they adapt quickly when situations change. According to Machiavelli, those who rely only on luck will eventually lose power. But those who combine strategy with courage can shape their own destiny. The danger of weak leadership. Throughout The Prince, Machiavelli warns that weak leadership invites chaos. A ruler who hesitates too much or tries to please everyone can lose authority. Once a leader appears weak, rivals and enemies quickly take advantage. Because of this, Machiavelli encourages rulers to act firmly when necessary. Clear decisions, even difficult ones, are often better than endless hesitation. Why the book is still relevant. Even though The Prince was written in the 16th century, its insights remain surprisingly relevant today. Leaders in politics, business, and even sports often face similar challenges. Competition. Reputation. Power struggles. Machiavelli's ideas reveal the strategic side of leadership that many people prefer not to talk about openly. And that is exactly why the book continues to spark debate centuries later. Final thoughts. The Prince is not a guide to kindness or idealism. It is a guide to power. Machiavelli forces readers to confront an uncomfortable truth. Leadership is not always simple, and the world of politics rarely operates according to perfect morality. But by understanding how power truly works, leaders can navigate complex situations more effectively. Whether you admire Machiavelli's realism or question his ethics, one thing is certain. The Prince remains one of the most influential books ever written about leadership and strategy. And its lessons continue to shape discussions about power even today.